Hey, this is Hans. It's time for the Ramen Raiders Top 10 Japanese Instant Noodles of All Time 2018 edition. Alright, so I put a little chat thing on the site and people have been using it. And one of the things that I've been hearing from people a lot lately, when's there going to be an update for the Top 10 Japanese list? I've only come out with one, and that was in 2014. Since then, I've reviewed probably at least twice as many, 3 times as many. So there's a lot to cover. Let's get started. Number 10 is Nissin Men Shokunin Kaoruyasai Shio. So Shokunin means artisan or craftsman. So it's like basically saying this is like craft ramen, fancy artisanal ramen. It's got kind of a chicken and pork thing going on, which was really nice. It worked. It also had a lot of cabbage, some sesame seeds, and it was just really well-rounded. Frankly, just delicious, creamy, nice and just the right, hitting all the right spots, you know, so. All right, number 9 is Nissin Cup Noodle Light Plus Bagna Cauda. So Bagna Cauda translates, it's Italian, and it translates basically to like hot bath. This is kind of like, the actual dish is kind of like Italian fondue. This one had kind of a bit of a cheese, and then there was a bit of a fish element, so I don't know, maybe it's a sardine. And then the vegetables on this one were amazing. Plus the noodles are great. This is really good and tasty, and it's low-cal, healthier, all that. So yeah, definitely a good one. And this was on the top 10 cups list. All right, number 8 is Nissin Raoh Hot and Sour Ramen. It's got a kind of a thinner noodle, and it has a really good bite to it, good mouthfeel. It's nice and chewy, but not overly so. The broth is definitely hot and sour, I'm thinking this is more of a Chinese-Japanese mashup with the whole hot and sour thing. They use the black vinegar a lot of the time for that, and this definitely had the kind of sour tanginess of black vinegar. Definitely a cool one to try out. All right, number 7 is Sapporo Ichiban Otafuku Okonomi Sauce Yakisoba. So okonomi sauce is for okonomiyaki, which basically means kind of like mixed grill, and then with a batter that kind of grilled meat and vegetables with a batter. So you end up with kind of like not tempura, but some kind of big crunchy mound of wonderfulness, and then you slather it with okonomiyaki sauce. This stuff is out of sight. The noodles are perfect for it. They're not squishy. They're not that spongy kind of noodle I find a lot of the time with yakisoba. Yeah, and it's also got a sachet of mayonnaise, so you can write your name in mayonnaise, and then it's also got green laver, which is basically powdered seaweed. All right, number 6, New Touch Sugomen Niigata Seabura Shoyu Ramen. This one was like a really thick shoyu. It was nice and oily, and it had a pork slice that came with it, and it just all worked together really well. Yeah, I love this one. All right, number 5 is Maruchan Gotsumori Sauce Yakisoba. What's nice about this one is it's just that awesome, nice yakisoba flavor that has that kind of Worcestershire hit to it. The thing that was nice about this one is it actually had Kewpie brand mayo. If you're not familiar with Kewpie brand mayo, you should get familiar with it if you use mayonnaise in the kitchen, because it's good. It's what you want to be using. All right, number 4, Marutai Hakata Tonkotsu Ramen. This is off the hook. I love this stuff. The broth is just as creamy and as comfort foody and just full of pork flavor. And the noodles are those straight Hakata noodles that have like, they have kind of like a floweriness to them, a lightness to them that's just really, yeah, this makes me think, man, I want to go get some tonkotsu right now. So definitely good stuff to try. All right, number 3 on the list is 7 & I in partnership with Nissin Foods Japan. Sumire Gold Ramen. Thick, very, very meaty kind of miso. And it's just downright saucy, you know? I mean, it's good stuff. Lots of vegetables, lots of meat going on. It's definitely, I've seen a lot of people gravitating towards this one, seeking it out. Primo stuff. Noodles are very nice and chewy. Excellent variety in this one. All right, number 2 is Tokushima Seifun Yakibuta Ramen. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest, the noodles weren't the thing that wowed me. They were all right. The broth was quite good. It was very tasty, kind of a meatier shoyu kind of hit to it. But what was amazing, it came with a retort pouch and it had some of the best pork I've ever had. Very tasty, very sweet too. It also had probably the most Naruto-maki, the little spiral fish cake that I've ever seen in any bowl of noodles from anywhere. I mean, it was just like, you want some? Well, here's too much almost. You know, it was pretty neat, so. All right, for number 1 instant noodle of all time from Japan, 2018 edition, we have Nissin Gyoretsu-no-Dekiru-Mise-no-Ramen Shrimp Tantanmen. So the noodle in this one, primo, high end, nice chew. This is like a Raoh noodle, maybe a little bit even better. Yeah, it's got that kind of like you bite it and when you let go with your teeth, it's almost like, no, bring me with you. It's got that kind of thing to it. It's not sticky per se, nice mouthfeel. So it's a really, really premium tasty noodle. And then you've got this broth that has just such a nice, tasty shrimp flavor to it. There's bits of shrimp in the broth. There's all these vegetables. I mean, the picture you're seeing, I mean, okay, I review everything before I add any special garnishes to it. I taste it at the stove usually, and then I come up with my review score and everything. This is pictured with nothing added, and that's what blows my mind too, because it looks like it's nicely garnished. This was just wonderful stuff, and I was just blown away by it. Very, very fine stuff. So yeah, the Nissin Shrimp Tantanmen is the number 1 for 2018. All right, well, I'm thinking, because I've been getting a lot of Japanese noodles lately, and for the last couple years actually, I feel like every day I'm reviewing something from Japan, so don't be surprised if you see a 2019 top 10 Japan list either, because it's just overwhelming how much stuff I get from Japan right now. So I like it, it's great, it's cool. I had a very hard time sourcing Japanese varieties for a very long time, so this is definitely refreshing. All right, well, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. Have a good one. Bye.